So let's get down to some questions though. Um, what's the first question? Let's see. Let's read. Have you thought about making a play to earn game by Sergius? Do one of you guys want to answer this, or?
Play to earn game. Like, honestly, we haven't thought about it. But yeah, it would be pretty cool. I mean, we got small influences from Abe's Odyssey. I don't know if everyone is playing that, but it's not something we've fully discussed, especially in Roadmap 1.0. But yeah, I mean, who knows wherever it goes. This thing's a
Yeah,
growing beast, so we can kind of choose any path we can if we get the right connections, hire the right people.
yeah. I think that the main focus for us now is we created Roadmap 1.0, so we really want to achieve that within the first 4 or 5 months to just show the community that we're competent to do what we set out to do, and especially with this roadmap, we really think we can achieve it in a short time, and then move on to bigger things in roadmap 2.0. Obviously, with a play to earn game, like it requires a lot of work and a lot of skilled like people, and it's not as easy as it says, like as you say. So I think, yeah, I mean, it could be in the future, but right now I think we're really focused on launching obviously first, and then roadmap 1.0.
Yeah, for sure.
So Aesthetic asks, are you guys going to wait for a sign of a bull market before launching, or launching during this current bear market? I think Tina Hill Todd's been covering up on this in chat and stuff. Do you want to answer this?
Yeah, so like it's a tough one, right? Because we're sitting here so ready to launch, and we obviously want to just kind of do our thing and show you guys what we've done and what we've got, and just get it rolling. But at the end of the day, it's like, do we launch into the bear market with gas prices so shitty and possibly not mint out, possibly not, make as much of an impact as we wanted, or do we, just hold fire for a little bit and just kind of see where things go? I think the biggest thing to watch really is gas prices. I think they have a huge correlation to how the industry is performing, and how things are kind of working. Like, yeah, there's a massive correlation. So it's like, I think as soon as we see dropping gas prices, everyone's going to go, boom, there's a sale on. NFTs are just going to explode, you know what I mean? And that'll be us. That's what we're watching for. And it may happen, by December. We're fingers crossed that it does. We're going to be preparing for that December launch. But once December comes around and things are still looking crap, then we'll discuss, and we'll come to you guys and we'll see what the general consensus is. But so far, it seemed like every time I've kind of discussed it and brought it up, everyone does sort of understand, and I think everyone knows that they would rather have a successful project rather than us launch into something where the possibility of it not being as great is yeah. So yeah, I think that kind of answers that.
Yeah, I think everyone in the community also wants the project to thrive as well. So I think it's a very important factor to consider, what Technical mentioned. Let's see. Andy asked when's launch date. I think in pre-sales, I think we just answered that pretty much. How do I level up? Just vibe, man. Just vibe. I just want to get noticed. Okay, can't wait for free tat. Any questions? Come on. Are there any plans for Todd's to have a token coin, possibly listed as TC99? I mean, I can answer that. So yeah, I mentioned this last AMA. I think a lot of the trend these days is utilities, or token, or DAO. These are the trend. But a lot of projects just put it in there and didn't think through the tokenomics of how a token works. I mean, like Tentacles Todd said, they've launched tokens before, and it's relatively easy to launch a token. But how it works within our system, our ecosystem, that's a thought out process that we really have to think about long and deep about, like how it works. I mean, if we launch a token and there's no use for it, then really there's no value in that token. I mean, these boys will understand a bit more about like how tokens actually work with liquidity pool and stuff like that. But we really do need to think about the economics of how the tokens are being used before we launch a token or anything. But as the Vu mentioned earlier, I mean, Roadmap 2.0 is for bigger things, and we have some big things in Roadmap 1.0, like Phase 4 and Phase 6. I think we definitely bring like value, utility to the project, to your Tods. But yeah, I think you guys will just have to wait till we complete Roadmap 1.0 before we start discussing about tokens or games or whatever. Like that's for further down the track.
I think I want to touch on this a little bit because, at the end of the day, our roadmap, there are a couple of things that we quite haven't discussed yet, which we definitely will get to. But there's things in our roadmap which touch on a DAO. There's things in our roadmap which touch on gamifying our NFT. There's things that touch on like these processes, but they don't quite do the process itself, which I think is something that we don't want to do a DAO because there's currently possibilities behind backlash with certain marketplaces not wanting to accept tokens that have anything to do with the possibility of them being a security, that sort of thing. The DAO, it brings with it things like it just brings with it things that people aren't necessarily wanting in the NFT space right now, and so we're watching that. And then the game thing as well. I think once we do kind of show and explain what our Phase 4 is, you'll see that there are gamified parts to that. So, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yannick asks, what is the inspiration for this odd art style?
There's one.
Oh, is there one more? Did I miss someone?
No, I was gonna just read Yannick's question.
Oh yeah, no, you go on.
You already asked.
My bad. You give me the next one. All right. What is the inspiration for this odd art style? I think for D-Rog.
Inspiration. Yeah, I don't know. I've always loved drawing weird things. Any characters with a bit of imagination involved, open heads and things coming out the top of their heads, and I don't know. I find that style of art just fun to draw and create, and I find it easy. It comes off the top of my head pretty easily. So any surrealism style of work is right up my alley, and this is definitely a good opportunity to create a ton of images using that style, and mashing things together and just making people question where the art's come from. It's and the dystopian side of things, I guess, is pretty relevant with what's going on in the world at the moment. So it's just a fun style of art to explore at the moment. So I'm enjoying it. It's a good example there. A piece I did a while back. It's definitely
Like 16 years ago, right?
it's been a while since I've touched on that style of art. So it's thoroughly enjoying it.
You want to ask the next question, and Doc?
Oh, Mr. Boo, who has just discovered that I am a woman, asks, oh gosh, I've lost it. What's going to be the utility of Todd?
Do we want to touch base more on Phase 4 and Phase 6?
I don't know, do we?
I mean, might as well give some alpha.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, for sure. Go for it.
Do you want to go for it? Davu, or should I explain it?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah, so like phase 4, what it is, we wanted to keep it a bit like a bit of a mystery because, of the whole odd world and stuff like that. The way we bring value is that there's gonna be some cool items that you're gonna collect. I don't know how you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it somehow. I'm not gonna tell you what they're for, but they all have their own utilities in their own ways. You can choose to trade it. You can choose to keep it. But yeah, whatever you want to do with it, that's up to you. But it ultimately relates back to our phase 6 of what you do with these, these ancient markings or things that you collect. So I think that hopefully that answers your questions. But I mean 1 + 1 = 2. So like, if you really connect the dots with phase 4 and phase 6, I think you can kind of get an idea of what we're trying to do here.
Yeah,
I hope you understood what I was saying.
So Ecstatic wants to know what technical Todd's opinion of buying back NFTs on the floor. Sorry, I didn't say that properly.
I think people are. I think people are saying here. What's my opinion on?
Wait, sorry. I don't know
what's
if he
Todd's
means
just in
the
general?
whole
Just in
team.
general.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I may as well answer it. I'm here now. So I think what's our opinion on buying back on the floor? I don't know. What do you guys reckon? I'm kind of like, I kind of think it's all right, but it's also like it's just fake
Yeah.
tokenomics, right? It's just pumping your token for the sake of it to keep the Ponzi alive for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think like what we've been trying to do here is like build a genuine like organic community, and I think us buying the floor or getting whales or whatever, buying the floor, that's not organic. That just creates a fake market. It doesn't do anything for the overall longevity of the project, the brand. I mean, we've discussed this in the AMA last week that we really want to build this into like a long lasting brand, a project that will last, not just 1 year, 2 year. We want to continue building this for 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. So I don't really agree with the team buying back the floor. That I just don't think in the long term it actually makes the value of your project go up.
Yeah.
Long term, you want people to buy, you want people to enjoy it and hold, right? That's it. Really.
I mean, that's probably why we added in phase 4 and 6 of our roadmap, is because there will be fun and there will be utilities, there will be value added by holding onto your Todd. But yeah, I think we slowly gonna like give out more and more closer to launch date. But yeah, just keep it a little mystery for now. But we do really want to let you guys know soon. I think you missed a question from Infect.
Where? From
Above
who?
Infect.
One-on-ones.
Yeah. Will there be one-on-ones in this set?
Oh yeah, sorry. Oops.
So yes, there will be.
Yes.
Pretty solid answer.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably gonna blow you guys. I think we talked about this last week. So with our collab with Octo Heads,
Oh yeah.
yeah, D-Rock drew this insane Octo thing, right? Like this insane thing, and he's like, hey, we can use this for a derivative. And I think the whole team came into conclusion straight away. I was like, nope, we cannot give this away for a derivative. Yeah, I think we haven't decided on the final numbers of 1-for-1s yet, but there's definitely gonna be a good.
There's some madness brewing.
Yeah. I think when we originally talked about this, D-Rock said that he really wanted to showcase his I think your style or your thoughts in the 1-for-1s compared to
Oh, for sure. I'll be involving my personal sort of wackiness into it more than keeping it quite confined, as we have been, because you kind of have to keep it confined with the the way it's generated, right? So with the one-on-ones, I can get a bit silly with it. So there's going to be some crazy shit in there.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
the rest of the team hasn't even seen. I mean, there is that Octo deriv thing, but I know you've been kind of whispering that you're working on some sick shit, and we haven't even seen it. We haven't even seen like sketches or anything. So
yeah, no, I'm keeping it pretty hush hush. Yeah,
whereas
yeah,
we're excited.
even the team doesn't have the alpha.
Yeah.
no, I'll be holding on to that for a little bit.
Yannick.
Right.
Yannick. Yeah, you go.
How is rarity sniping avoided at the drop?
Hodl. If no one's selling, then no one's sniping, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking maybe are you meaning more how are they not sniping from the metadata? Because if that's what you're talking about, is we won't be releasing the metadata until a few days after the minting process has started. So if that's what you're meaning on rarity sniping, then yeah.
Right. Mr. Boo says, any upcoming partnerships with other blue chip NFTs?
Not super blue chips. It's kind of hard when you're at such different levels. We're just trying to connect with people like on our kind of level at the moment. Because
I mean,
yeah,
Karen, sorry, my bad.
yeah. I mean, there wouldn't be much point trying to approach Bored Apes because those guys are just like they're so busy with doing their own thing and building their own world, and yeah, it's kind of just different levels. Because when you're trying to partner with a blue chip, like what are we giving them? Like in a way, like what do they get from us? And if we were a bit bigger, like there could be a conversation there. But yeah, it's just different.
But I think like just the collabs of like Octo Heads or Bubble Buds or NFT Llama.
Yeah.
I think that shows that the level of competency and the level of art that we're actually putting out there. I mean, yeah, that I mean, I said this many times. Like we've reached out to them and they're awesome people. Chief, Octomos, NFT Llama. Like they're awesome people, man. Like they didn't have to give us time of the day, but like we reached out and they got back to us, and they were more than happy to talk and let us discuss about our projects. And I think they all appreciate what we're doing. That's why they kind of happy to collab with us. And I think I mean, like the Vu said, we're still out there trying to get other collab partners. We still have a few, like one or two in the run that's maybe not blue chip, but still biggish communities. I think that the next thing we're trying to do is really approach our rarity tools and get listed on there. I think that would be a big move for us to get more eyes on our project.
Yeah. So the upcoming section, yeah.
You want to go? I can't find it.
I'm reading through it, seeing what other questions. Aesthetic. Oh, that's a thing. Nope. Project can't sweep their own floors. Nope, that's not a question. Let's say, okay, Money Kid. Let's say launches in December. Could it be a possibility that the minting window could be made with ETH 2.0? I don't think
there's a solid date for that. I mean, it gets pushed
Yeah,
back so many times.
Yeah, we have no idea when ETH 2.0 is going to drop, or if it will drop anytime in Q1 next year. I think that will, we can't really tell you the answer for that. But we'll be definitely launching on the ETH network, if that's what you're asking. Des asked, how was working on the project together affected relationship between you all?
It's been fine. I mean, we're all kind of in the same mutual friends. Like we've crossed paths at one stage or another. So yeah, I think it's been real fun. It's been a good experience, and yeah, don't know about the rest of the team, but I'm happy.
Yeah, I think we all gel like pretty well together. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, we've all known each other, or like, you know, one way or another, like you said, but we've never actually worked together like on a project, because, you know, we'd be friends out drinking, playing football, hanging out or whatever. But yeah, working on this together really showed like how much effort everyone is putting in their own specific area. Yeah, it's been amazing working with like the whole team. Um, yeah, I don't think this has affected any of our relationships so far. I mean, if anything, it's built our relationship stronger.
yeah, for sure.
You guys got anything to add?
So it's been fun. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
You guys are all pretty strong in your field, so it's good. Good team, man.
Yeah, everything works.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I mean, oh, time will tell. I mean, we still got months and months, and I hope, you know, the team only gets stronger as we approach, yeah, down this journey together. Awesome draw. Okay. Portals, attachment, crafting. Okay, that's not questions. 1+1 equals TC99. Do you want to explain to them what TC99 is?
It's kind of just something I googled when I came up with the initial law part on the website. So technetium 99 is actually used in medical science. I think it's like a liquid they like kind of pump into your veins to make X-rays kind of pop out more, and it's used in hearts and heart X-rays, some shit like that. But yeah, it is a thing. So if you want to Google technetium 99, then you can have a read. There's some YouTube videos about it, but it's a real thing.
It is a real thing.
Yeah.
So in the Nothing Asked, in the sneak peeks, the plant Oddie is uniquely different from others, as though the plant bursts out of the Oddie, and the silhouettes of the horned Oddie and a few others as well seem quite different. Is this a hint at possible transformations, mutations in the future? Will they be available right away or both? That's a really good question. We're actually going to talk more about this later on, but
I mean, we could touch on it now. You guys happy with that?
Yeah.
yeah.
So after the AMA, no one's actually kind of caught on that we've created a lore channel under Sneak Peek. So after the AMA, we will be posting a bit more of the lore, and it kind of expands the vision and the world of the Odd District. So it's going to go into a bit of a backstory of Dr. Kaldor, and then the physical effects that start to happen with the Oddies. So I think you guys will enjoy reading it, and it'll be cool to see your guys' feedback on it. And towards the next 10 days, we'll just keep kind of dropping a little bit of lore and what it means going forward for the project.
Yeah, I think to answer the back end of the question, is it possible transformations, mutations? Yes, it is a transformation mutation in the Odd District, but yes, they will be available right away. Yeah, I think you like the Vu said, just keep up with the lore. We're gonna be leaking, sneak peeking, more oddies in the sneak peek channel. Yeah, and then you're gonna see more and more of these mutated, transformed oddies. Because I think, yeah, we've only shown like a very little amount of what we've done. Yeah, I think you guys are in for a treat. Floors are so good. Low risk, no. Project sweeping, no. Any other questions?
Future Odd Killer.
Phase 4.
And
And Doc, not a man. Future odd collabs. I think we've touched up on that, right? So Mr. Boo asks, what's going to be the team's plan if Mint hasn't sold out in days, weeks, or months? Will devs continue to work on the project? Will the contest start even Mint hasn't sold out?
Good question.
Should I touch up on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've been talking about contingency plans and stuff like that, and like in case things doesn't work out the way we see it to work out. If it doesn't sell out, we're thinking that we will make the collection smaller, and like a Genesis kind of collection, which I think D-Rog is also agreed upon it when we spoke about it earlier. And will we stop doing what we're doing? No, we won't stop doing what we're doing, but we might make some changes to the roadmap in terms of how we develop it, because obviously if we have a Genesis collection, we still have the bunch of other oddies that we've created that we would like to get out there so people can appreciate, see them, meet them. So yeah, I think we will plan more deeper into this contingency plan about what will happen if, let's just say, we mint out 1,000. But yeah, most likely we would not be leaving it open for like months. I don't think that would be the wise decision. Yeah, I think we'll reward obviously the tight community that we've built over the last month, last 3 weeks. And go from there. Any other questions? The nothing. Do you want to ask that question, and Doc?
In phase 3, how much will the high-end limited edition merch piece cost, or is that for a later reveal?
Yeah, we don't have a cost price at the moment.
Are you going to leak the alpha again? Are we going to leak more alphas?
Nah. I want to make sure it's kind of all tied up, but actually should be getting a sample around the 21st of that high-end piece. So, we'll discuss with the team whether we're going to leak it. But it's so sick. Like,
yeah,
I actually can't wait to own one myself. So,
yeah,
you guys will be stoked. Can't really name a price because we have to factor in like shipping and stuff and packaging. So not at that stage yet. We're just
I think
early designs.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned in chat before how like we've been proactive instead of being reactive. I think that's what a lot of projects were doing prior, the last 2-3 months is they'll launch and then they'll act upon what's happening. So I mean, what we're doing is we're already being proactive in the background, like making merch, getting samples done, working on other things. So that's why we want to be able to complete our roadmap within the 4 or 5 months of launching. So yeah, I think keep an eye out. Obviously, there's going to be like normal merch, but yeah, these high end ones are going to be sick.
Right. In fact, I saw it this time. Don't worry.
Steph asked the question first.
Oh my gosh, sorry. I'm still drinking my coffee. Please forgive me. Sick Girl Steph says, will there be meetups in the future? And if so, where in the world?
I think in phase 5, we mentioned about like the community will get a vote how we kind of spend the community funds on like marketing the project, the brand. I mean, I like my initial thoughts at the start was like we can create like pop-ups for like Oddie displays and stuff like that. Like obviously everyone's worldwide, so like it will be later on down the track of where would we be like hosting events and stuff like that. But I mean, it's all down to the community to vote. I think that's what drives us is like being close to the community and working with the community. So it's not just my way or the highway.
Yeah. Right. In fact, let's do this one now. How long are you thinking pre-sale window will be? Minting from contract. Will reserved tokens be minted first, after pre-sale, or reserved at the end? Brackets. If you're planning to hold mints for giveaways, it will delay blue check from OpenSea. Okay, that's not part of the question. Yes.
I can touch on this.
Sure.
Obviously, it would most probably, in my mind, how I think it would go is reserve tokens first, then pre-sale, and then public sale. Contingency for selling out, or at least minting all of the tokens after public sale if they haven't sold. I actually haven't really thought about it, to be honest, because in my mind, I'm just saying this is gonna go off. But yeah, I think we'll touch on that. Also, in regards to the blue tick, you have to have two things. You can't just sell out. You also have to have at least a trading volume of 100 ETH as well, which that's all part of us hopefully selling out. As we lead up to the launch, I think it'll definitely become clear on whether we've got enough of a community hype to sell as many tokens as we currently have. If we don't think that that's going to be feasible in the current conditions, then as we just spoke about, we'll be dialing back that supply and hoping to sell out anyway, but yeah, that's kind of what my thoughts are on that whole thing.
Mimi Kid has the same question that we just asked, I think. Then Nothing says, could you explain IPFS and what its benefits or uses for this project are? Also, tell it to me like I'm 5.
And Nothing's coming in hot
I
with
can
the good questions.
explain this as well. So IPFS, the Interplanetary File System. At the end of the day, it's just explain it like you're 5. It's like a server, right? It's like where you store data that can be accessed by anyone at sort of any time based upon a content identifier, which is the CID of the data that you've stored there. So for NFTs, how this works is that you upload all of your images, you upload all of your metadata. Your metadata speaks to the images, speaks to, OpenSea, tells OpenSea what to show. Whoever's trying to tap into your NFT specifically, they'll access the metadata. That metadata has all the information about your NFT. IPFS is one way to store the data for your NFTs. It's the way that we will be using. It is the process that we will use for our project. But at the end of the day, you don't have to use IPFS. A lot of projects, if they're a little bit rough around the edges, they'll probably just chuck the file straight up on their own server. But yeah, so Interplanetary File System, it's literally just a space in which you can store your data, and it's in a way it's anyway, that's what it is.
Sorry, I had to switch channel because someone tagged me in the other one. Faded, do you want to read the next one?
Yeah. I think Andy just asked, since I'm new to this, what is the minting window and what do we do for it in it? I think the minting window is just the period of time where you're allowed to mint. So obviously for pre-sales or public sales, some project will state that pre-sale is only 48 hours, so you have 48 hours to mint with your pre-sale allocation. And then obviously with public sales, let's just say it's 1 week. So then after a week, you won't be able to mint anymore. I think that's the basic explanation of what the minting window is. Infect also asked, how long are you targeting pre-sale to last? Will Mint ID be sequential order or randomly assigned? Can I get merch that says "Give me the D"? That's so good.
That's great.
It'll be for the sequential. It'll be sequential.
Yep, but don't be afraid because every image that we upload will be absolutely random.
I'm almost thinking as well, like I'd really like to maybe at the end of this is just release all of the layering code that I've done, because why not, if I want to be transparent and just say, here you go to the NFT community and just say, like, this is what we use to layer these images, just go for it, and then everyone else can use it,
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Put it out there, let people use your goodness. Has the team tackled about Discord security after all the hacks that has happened the previous weeks?
Yeah.
Do you want to answer that? Someone else? Yeah, you want to answer it? Or do you want me to answer it?
Yeah, you go, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it straight away. And now with our mods and admins, I mean, we've all got 2FAs, and we there's certain ways that we do things. We've told the whole team not to open, specific stuff. All our information is passed on specifically in a different form than just Discord. So I think we're pretty safe out there. But I think most of the Discord hacks comes down to human errors.
Right. Please let me know if I've missed any. The nothing says is the thing from our website, which is holder granted ownership and commercial rights over the imagery and traits of their NFT. Is that unique to Todd, or is that something that's done throughout the space?
It's not unique to the Odd District. I couldn't tell you like all the projects that have this feature as well, but it's generally like the newest ones, like most of the blue chips, I'd imagine. But yeah, I can't be quoted. I don't know all the ins and outs of every project. Definitely Bored Apes do it. Oni do it. Faded.
Yep.
Oni do it.
Oni gives IP.
Yeah.
But that's another topic to talk about, I guess.
Yeah.
Faded,
So
you sound very quiet right now.
Sorry.
So what it means is, whatever NFT you end up having, whatever Oddie you end up having, you own all the traits inside this NFT, so you can use it at your leisure, whatever you want to do. The only thing you can't use is our logo and our name, but the actual image is all yours. So that's what it means in a nutshell.
Yeah, I think if you look up like Twitter or different communities, there has been a lot of chats about IP ownership, commercial rights. Everyone's got a different answer, and it all comes down to the artists. And I think we've come into a conclusion that we're happy for you guys to use the art in your own way, own form, however you like.
The nothing again. Full of questions. Is it possible to put some kind of buffer or preventative measure in the contract that helps to prevent transaction failures during mint due to fluctuating gas prices? Technical talk.
Just trying to find the question. Oh, where is it possible to put some kind of buffer in? Like, there's ways you can do it where you can send certain. I don't actually know the full process, but there's ways that the user can send things straight to the person mining it, and that if their block doesn't get picked up, you get a refund or something. But look, let's put it this way, bro. No, in this contract, nah. You just gotta be careful of that yourself, really.
Yeah, because I think a lot of it comes down to like gas prices, how many people are trying to mint, like technical Todd mentioned, like the miners, the block, and stuff like that. So I mean, we can only do so much in our contract to allow you guys to mint. But yeah, there's other conditions that we cannot, I guess we're not in charge of.
Clapping cheeks, great. Says, is the art randomly generated? How many attributes will be overlapped / unique?
Go for it, Todd.
Currently we have, I think, 430 base traits. So those are, completely unique traits that have a different sort of image to them. But on top of that, we have about 150, I think it is. I'm just having a look now and just getting some data. I think it's about 150, and that's climbing every single day. And those are the hidden traits. So those traits are color changes, they are pattern changes, things of that nature. So all up, we're touching on about 600 separate traits currently, and that's not including the 1-1s, and that's growing every day. Like that's not even, I think that's not even really including some of the weird things that I'm doing behind the scenes just to make certain base skins work. Like here's a little bit of information. So for the exploded characters that you see, if you see an exploded character that has yellow skin, that yellow skin trait is still called yellow, but the image that we're using for that layering is actually a completely separate image. There's lots of tricks like that. I'm not even counting half these little things that I'm doing. There's even situations like with the hoodies. So what I have to do with the hoodies is that I have to split the trait layer in half, because what happens is that the glasses and the goggles, they actually have to slide in behind and also in front of the hoodie. So what I have to do there is it's one trait, but in the code and in the image files that I have, I've actually split it into two. So you go base skin, you go hoodie, base skin, then the hoodie goes on top, and then on top of the hoodie you have the glasses, and then you have another small patch of hoodie that then needs to layer on top of the glasses again, so that the glasses look like they're sliding around the side of the head. But that's all just classed as hoodie, and there's a few other tricks like this that it's an absolute jungle for me to to try and look through all of these files and all this code. I've got hundreds and hundreds of lines of code that are purely dedicated to the logic behind what images can go with one another, because not every trait goes with one another. There's obviously a load of the eyes and the hats and that sort of thing. It can't go with an exploded head. There's some other traits that also just don't work together, and we personally have curated this collection because we don't want some things to go with others because they look shitty, so there's a lot of thought process, and we've just been pumping out gigs and gigs of images. I think I've probably, I've filled up a 500 gigabyte drive countless times just pumping out these images so we can all look at them together. So yeah, the layers and the traits it's next level for sure.
Yep.
So Ecstatic says, do all Todd captains and Todd mods have 2FA enabled for the Discord? Yes,
do.
for me.
Yes.
We do.
Yeah.
We all do.
We all do.
Yeah.
But I think once you're logged into your computer, unless you log out, you don't have to put in the 2FA again.
Mm-hmm.
The nothing. Here we go. Are there currently any other secrets in or around any other Todd content or media, like the portal, for example? If so, can we get a hint?
I think the only thing we're kind of holding back on is really like phase 4 and phase 6, which we really touched up on. Yeah, like I think we're gonna explain it more as we get closer to the launch date. Obviously there's still some hidden content in terms of there's a lot of things we haven't released in terms of the oddies, which would slowly come out with the lore. You're going to see more variations, mutated oddies in the next few weeks.
Denzi says, are there any concrete ideas for how the capital in the community wallet will be used?
No concrete ideas. So that's just going to be up to the community to decide. So, and by community, it'll be the holders. So you'll need to be verified. Holding a Todd will give you a voting power. So it's not going to be, people that don't hold aren't really going to have a say in it. So when we get to that stage, we'll definitely discuss, and the team will have input with that as well. So yeah, it's pretty much in your guys' hands.
The nothing for the ranking perks level 15. Could I get clarification on this part? This is limited to the first 300 members. Is that for the first 300 members to achieve that level, or something else?
Pretty much the first in, first serve, really. So yeah, if you want the extra, this is the extra mint. Yeah, I think you can.
And it says, has that
amount
amount already been met?
I think we've only got one dude in there, outside the team and stuff.
Yeah, the team that
Yeah,
don't count.
it definitely hasn't been met.
Let me see. Oddie Max. There's 9 people.
9. Holy shit.
Yeah. There's Mod.
Oh, okay.
I think Clofy Luna is the only
That's what
person.
I mean.
And yeah, I mean we all love Clofy.
She's definitely there's only one community member at the moment.
There's only one Clofy.
Yep.
Yannick says, will there be weapon traits? For example, a katana on the back.
No, unfortunately not, if that's your thing. I think you'll get more of a vibe of how these
Actually, I mean, if you get into a district dweller, you could suggest it, and I think you can talk to D-Rog, and you can add in your whatever traits ideas you have, and it's up to you and D-Rog to work together to work something out.
Sure, we might be able to dwindle a few in there. It's just the weapons category opens up a whole new avenue of traits, which at the moment I've got enough on my plate. That's a whole other avenue to go down. It would be cool, but it's a hell of a lot more work involved.
Some of these guys have like mech arms, so I guess you could class it as a weapon.
They have little lasers.
For sure, they've definitely got weapons inbuilt in them. But as for like handheld weapons, there's not much at the moment. This is more of a
because how many different not in terms of traits. I think we have like 15 traits categories, or is it 14 technical?
14, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, if we add weapons as well, like that would add another category, which would just go crazy.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think that's a question. Clapping Cheeks says, is this the sole project of the development team, or are you planning on having other releases?
This is our only project.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we all want to focus on making this great.
Yeah, I think
Dude, we would be on the edge of insanity if there was anything else going on.
Seriously.
Oh my god. I would highly suggest you guys to try launch a project, or like
Yeah.
it does take up a lot of your time. And I think like like we mentioned it last week. I mean, if you actually look into details of our artwork, or even like the website and doc build, or the way we're running the community, man, we're putting in every single bit of juice we have, man. Like I mean,
Yeah. I
and I
mean,
really,
there's at least one of us online pretty much 24/7.
Yeah.
We're always, yeah.
and I really
So,
think, I really hope you guys can like see through like the amount of work and the attention that we pay to like the whole project, that that our time's not gone to waste.
For sure.
the nothing, don't apologize for asking
Yeah,
questions.
you can ask as
It's
many as you
great.
want.
We've got loads. Have the two members at Audiologist Status received their leaked files already, or will they get that at a later date?
No, there's
I
no
think
one
that's-
that's reached
No,
that level
yeah,
yet.
not members. Those are one admin and one mod.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
probably just team members. I'm guessing it's Spree and Beta.
Yeah, it might be Spree.
No, I don't even think Spree's at that level, man. It's like 23, right?
No, it's
think I'm-
25. Yeah, Spree's at
I think I'm the-
23.
I think I'm the only one there.
You leak it to yourself.
I mean, I was the
Yeah.
first
How
one
does
in,
it, how does
in
it
the
feel at the
server.
top?
Oh, just looking down on you people, But no, we're all part of the family. I mean, we appreciate everyone that puts in their time. Like we understand. Like I mean, obviously we just talked about how much effort it is to like be part of the community and stuff like that. Like we understand that everyone has their own jobs or things to do, and every bit counts.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting on to 1 hour now. Just wanted to heads up.
Yeah, we can do a
Clapping
couple more.
cheeks.
Yeah, do a couple more.
Clapping cheeks says, whoops. Will you continue to expand upon the Audioverse, or will you shift directions next year to expand into new designs and another project?
Oh, he wants alpha again.
In the chat.
Okay, I don't know if we can leak more alpha.
It's just, yeah, it's going to stay in the Audi world. It's not really.
Oh, yeah, it is an audio. Yeah, I think it is. I think I misinterpreted the question. Yes, we're definitely gonna focus on the Audioverse. Everything that we do in the future will be in the Audioverse. But I think we touched up on like this sort of stuff last week as well. But yeah, I think yeah, we're really excited for Phase 6. That's all I can say.
Right, lots of chat. Ecstatic says, is the smart contract going to get looked over from someone outside the team? Possibly from a different project with a successful launch.
I don't know. To be honest, I'm pretty confident with the contracts. I've launched a bunch. We test pretty hard, so sure, maybe if we build a decent partnership with someone, but yeah, I'm not concerned about that.
We've been testing on Record Buy since the start of this project, right? So there's been like 3 years.
It's longer. I've been testing on there for a year. You know what I mean? So it's
I mean,
not just this contract specifically,
yeah,
but yeah,
yeah, specifically to our project, I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, we've been testing. We have big rounds where we all get together and we just hack it and try and break things. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried about that.
Has my coffee arrived? No, I didn't order. I'm too busy. I want my privileged coffee.
Spree, you're level 26. Well, sorry about that. Apparently Spree is
Flexing in the
also
chat.
up there. Yeah, flexing. Mr. Boo, after all the hack projects the past few weeks, is the team prepared for any possible hacks?
I was actually thinking about this. As I was typing in the announcement earlier, like, we're going to make an announcement soon. I think. We don't even have a launch date yet. So if we get hacked, let's just say if we do, but I don't think we will. Hopefully we don't. We're not going to suddenly announce and be like, yo, mint this, because it's not going to happen. We don't even have a launch date. And if we do, we will give you plenty of notice, and we'll set a time, and we're on our website, and that will be it. Just don't believe anything else.
Yeah. The team, there's always going to be like a team member online, and each team member knows a command that kind of just freezes the Discord. So it'll, like, if you see it freeze, then you'll know something's kind of going on in the background. If there are like any suspicious activities before that, Discord's frozen. But yeah, I guess that kind of answers the question.
Clapping Cheeks says, will holders get an indication of rarity / any individually unique oddies before reveal?
Holders get indication before reveal? No.
No, you won't.
You won't.
You'll mint. There'll be no metadata revealed until after some time after mint. But you'll be seeing images the whole way up to launch, so you'll be able to make your own indication on what you think looks rare, and as soon as it hits OpenSea, go for it.
Yeah, there's also hidden traits which won't be counted into rarities. So like within each trait, there'll be hidden traits with like their specific numbers. So like, that could be another play, which, for example, rarity tools won't pick up.
Yeah, and that's something I will be recording, which is kind of cool. So all the hidden traits. So say you had, I used the party hat that I posted on Twitter. So let's say the party hat is the trait that you get. You'll go into OpenSea and you'll sort the NFTs by party hat, but they'll all have different colors, but they won't be recorded. But I have that information, and so at some point, depending on what we want to do with it, we'll be able to release that rarity information. So, some of those colors may actually be rarer than others, and some of those other hidden traits may be rarer than others, and we'll release that information in due course after the project's been minted.
Let's see. In fact, says, will there be top holder incentives, e.g. 10 plus enters you into a special raffle?
Not right now, and we don't really want to create something that, I guess, like more privileged people whales, kind of like rewards whales in a way. Like we want everything kind of be equal fields. So, I mean, it's not out of the question, but right now, no.
I think we're sort of getting
Cheeks.
Well, Clapping Cheeks says, did
Cheeks.
anyone ask? Did anyone ask how long minting would be open? I think they did.
The milking will be open like all weekend. Well, we're gonna start a party up at the start as soon as we open minting. That's when the milking starts, and it just goes until the end of the project.
I think once we set on a date, we'll make a proper announcement on pre-sale, minting period, public sale, etc. So right now we're just trying to focus to get there.
Mooney Kid, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, says, for quiz night, what if you already have a whitelist spot?
Then you just get pride.
Yeah, you get the joy of winning, being the quiz master, but you also do get the role.
Yeah, you get Udon's role. Can you see us nice and red salmon color?
Look at how cool Udon's role is. I picked that salmon color personally for you.
And you get to make the next quiz if you're the master.
Yeah, Udon this time has made some really good questions.
He was
So
actually.
it'll be fun.
I might give it. I might have to leave him with that role because I mean he did a really good job. Like I mean we might have to have 2 quizmasters.
Yeah, for sure. I think he was also asking in general, like, what if you get another whitelist spot?
Then yeah, it will just
Which
be the
been
same whitelist
discussing
spot that you
recently.
have.
Yeah. Right. Sorry, I almost said his nickname for a second. Mr. Boo says, other than D-Rog, will the other devs docs after Mint?
Well, I mean we've been in discussion before that like if you guys really want to see our faces, I mean we can do a video AMA or whatever if that will make you feel better. But I mean we talked about this. We touched on this docs thing last week. I think like what is really doxing? I mean like by putting up your LinkedIn or whatever. I think what really doxing is like you need the support of the community or the other people within the space. I mean we really did show that like with our collab partners, the way they're supporting us. I don't think like big projects like I wouldn't say blue chip, but like big communities like Octo Heads, Bubble Buds, the NFT Llamas will be just partnering up with us if we were like not for real and not competent enough to do what we're doing.
Kofi says, what does docs mean? It just means like giving out our, I won't say personal data, but like
Revealing
some
your
information about us. Yeah.
Not your address.
Nothing like that, but social media maybe.
Kofi has doxed herself many times in our general chat already.
Right. It's getting late in New Zealand.
I think that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I think
it.
yeah, I think that's it. I think we should
Also,
pick
we've got to do the quiz now. So.
Yeah, before we go, I think because we said we'll pick out like 2 people that ask the best questions and we'll give them whitelist.
Hell
So
yeah.
I think
It's got to be
nothing.
the nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Do you guys all agree? Do you guys all agree?
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Mr. Boo, but is he already whitelist? He had some good ones. So did Infect. What do you think?
It's a battle between Infect and Mr. Boo.
Ooh.
Oh, but Infect is already Todd listed.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Then Boo gets it.
We'll give it to Boo.
He said no. I'm fine.
yeah. So guys, I've already got it.
Too bad, bro. You're blue now.
I don't think you want to see my feet, Spree. It's not what you think it is.
That's. Are we gonna dox our feet? Maybe.
Yeah. I'll be good, Jackie. Give me a pick, mate.
All right, I'm gonna send a big toe pic right now. Oh, they're gross, man. I don't want. No, that's fucked. That's fucked, man.
Bro, I need to go to sleep. I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna continue doing these AMAs. I think throughout the weeks. I think we're gonna do in a different time zone next week, right? Better for the Europeans. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Whatever.
Yeah, and
better for the New Zealanders, bro.
I mean,
yeah. Wait, shouldn't it be better for the Americans and the New Zealanders?
what was the second vote? The second
We'll just
vote
mix
was,
it up. It's fine. It's just mix it up. Give
one that
everyone their turn, sort of thing.
Yeah, the one that had the next popular vote was 7 a.m. NZ, 2 a.m. Hong Kong, and 6 p.m. UK.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all good.
To you with
Yeah.
that.
I mean, yeah, 6 p.m. is all good for you, isn't it?
Oh, that's fine for me, but 2 a.m.
Oh, I'm usually
for you.
up in this Discord at 2, 3 a.m. anyways.
True.
But yeah, I think we'll have a little break, like maybe we'll come back in like 20, 30 minutes. What time do you want to host the quiz night? Maybe would you say at 1:30 or at the hour mark?
We can do hot. Well, everyone's here now. I wonder.
I was keen to jump in.
All right, let's do
Oh
it.
yeah,
Let's
should
do
we
it
just do it?
at half
Can you give me
past.
5 minutes?
Yeah, we'll give you
Okay.
5 minutes, and then I'll start another what's this called? Oh, another stage, and
Live.
then another
Yeah.
stage, and then we'll go from there. But thank you all for dropping in for AMA.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Out. Cheers for listening, guys.
Meet all of yous.
Till next week.
GG's.
GG.
GG.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Check out the lore.
Thanks, guys.
Check out the lore. Yeah, check out the lore.